Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Hey, and I believe in dragons. And I want to tell you something more about the Dragon's Path. Something that happened before me in front of my altar, and once again another chapter in my Dragon's Path. For the past 5 days, I was very sick, high fever. Yet I came to the forest. You might have seen this in my videos. That I was very sick, and I used this time, that I didn't have to go to work and things like that. That I was using this time to read a lot of stories that you sent me, and that a lot of these stories that I've read were once again a confirmation that how different the path can be, how divided the path can be, yet it's so similar at the same time. Very difficult to explain, by the way, but it's so similar. Our paths just intertwine with each other, yet it's going to different way. It depends on how your dragon is going, and sometimes I see how people on the dragon's path are struggling with this, with doubts, with emotions, with depressions even, but also with happiness and with the fact that they finally have found their path, but it's still difficult to find their way next to their dragon, next to your dragon maybe. And it's I know it's not a path that we have a large, directions points, and that we have signs where we have to go, because every single one of us has a different way to go. And I'm going to tell you something more about a moment that I had it very, very difficult when I came to know Tiamat, when I came to know Leviathan even, and then even Lucifer and all of the dragons that came before me. This was once again a visit from a dragon that I didn't see coming. Most of the time when a dragon god, or even my guardian, not my guardian, that was unexpected, but a dragon god, once a dragon god wants to come, it's something that you can feel before it is going to happen. That you feel that a dragon god, it's so powerful that not far away from here, or not that long from here, will visit you. It will be something that you will feel. And this was not something that I could feel. I didn't see it coming. But the reason why I didn't see it coming, because my emotions were just a whirlpool. They were just a chaos. I tried to put my path together. I tried to put the puzzle pieces together. I tried, and I collapsed, and I just didn't know what I had to do. I loved the dragon so much, but there were so many people were saying that it's silly, that it's stupid, that it's something that I should not take. So many doubts, so many emotions that I had. And I wanted to continue also all of these things that I saw in the void, and it all comes together as just collapsing. I just didn't see where I had to go from there on. And I was at my lowest point in front of my altar. I didn't ask anything to my dragon on my altar. I didn't. On one day to another, in this moment, another dragon could be felt inside of my bedroom, surrounding me, which was not my guardian, which was not my god, which was a dragon that just felt all of this chaos around me. And so I want to tell you a story about this. This is something that I found about the dragon that came before me. Something very ancient, something very new, especially in the Asian beliefs and folklore. This dragon was a dragon that is actually started like us, like someone who is born on with a draconic energy within them, around them, but someone who was awakened, and once she was awakened, this person changed into the dragon, another dragon, but changed not spiritually alone, but also in a physical way. Emoji, a dragon blessed by the gods. Not only in the path of the dragon, but before I always had to do my best to adapt myself to other people around me. Just like this story was saying, this was also a point that also around me, a lot of people just asked their question, oh, he must go crazy now. He must just lose us. he's losing us. I didn't know what I was. I didn't um, could not feel what I was. I could feel humanity so much, but I could feel the dragon saying that the dragon needs more place around me and within me. And so it was very difficult, actually. It was a conflict between myself and I, in my mind. And so, yeah, I have to do every day to do my best to adapt myself to the people around me. People who are born with the dragon are people who are mostly not like other people. Their character are and their habits are what you can call different. It is only when they are mature they realize why they are like this. Like I said, in an Asian legend, there was a girl who was very separate from other people. She was unknown. No one knew her. No one knows where she lived or who she was, but they just didn't care for her. And but yeah, once again, she had, of course, parents, and she was born with the power that nature gave her. She had a lot of power, but that made people afraid of her. Because she could bend energies. She could actually talk to the trees. That was, yeah, that was also a moment when people around her were afraid of her and didn't care for her because she had abilities that no one else had. On her 17th birthday, she transformed into the emoji. The emoji is a dragon that was not born as a dragon here on this world, but was born as a human being. Once the emoji can transform on their 17th birthday, a dragon with very high powers and was able to control the waters, rainfall, hurricanes, and floods. That was also in a lighter form once they were not transformed. The emoji, before they were becoming a dragon in flesh and blood, they also could control water, rainfall, hurricanes in a lighter form. The dragon was not fully awakened. The emoji had a direct communication with the spirits, and some of them could even shapeshift. Actually, they could all shapeshift, but that is what the legend said. They could all shapeshift, but in this case, in flesh and blood as well. That is what it makes a bit different than us. But a dragon that, like none other, that can also come to you. I saw that. I felt that. As the emoji took the form of a human, one could see by a stain of the shape of the dragon on their arm that they are the emoji. Not before they were changed, of course, but after it. And the reason for this is because they still didn't had the body of a dragon. Once they had the body of a dragon on their 17th birthday, then they transformed into a dragon. This will be kept inside of a stain of their arm in the shape of a dragon. What I want to say with this legend is that the dragon is a path of the acceptance, not a choice. It's something that we need to accept. There will be no forcing you like modern religions do. They do so much their best. And on the dragon's path, we just go with this. That is why I was struggling. I could not leave the dragon behind. It was very painful, even though another person would immediately have said that they don't want to go on the dragon's path because it felt wrong, but to me it felt right. And that is why I could not leave the dragon behind. Not my path, not the dragon, no one of my dragon's eye. And that is why I was struggling. And that is why the emoji was feeling this. The emoji dragon was feeling this while they were traveling, and they were feeling the energy that was collapsing, that wanted actually somewhere to turn my back to the dragon somewhere, and yet I could not. And the emoji was there because it's actually a bit like the same. They were also outcasts. They were afraid of them. They were afraid of their abilities, what they could do. And they transformed into a dragon on their 17th birthday. To me, it's my 18th birthday. Just on the same day, my 18th birthday, that I had my awakening. It was an awakening with us. It's an awakening with us. It's not our body, of course, because our body cannot transform into this, because the dragon is not physically welcome in this realm, in this side of the veil. And so we continue to stay a human being, but with a draconic awakening. that was with us once we were born. You know, it's how we were born and how you feel from the deepest part from within. You can hide the dragons from others, but you can try, and you can also try to ignore them. You can try to ignore the dragon. You can try. That is also what I did at that moment. I tried to ignore the dragon. I tried also to hide away the dragon from others. But when the time comes, the transformation inside you is a magical moment where you replace a part of yourself with dragon energy, a dragon soul, a path of your life, a path of philosophy of your life. It's a path that you are taking because it's just screaming out within you that you have to. And it's very interesting else also because the emoji was attracted one of them because there are many emojis, and I didn't know it was a god or a guardian. It felt something like in between what emoji was. The emoji sometimes feels very compassionate with those who have a draconic energy like us that we are finding within ourselves. And the emoji is actually trying to comfort us, trying to talk with us. And that is what I could hear. They try to communicate with us. They try to tell what's wrong, and they try to tell their story like you are trying to tell your story. You know, it feels very good that you can tell this to another how can I say this? Like a companion in this fate that you are going through, that you are sharing your thoughts and ideas, that you are sharing your feelings. That is also what the emoji did. I immediately knew the story. That is why I knew what I had to find on information on what kind of a dragon this actually was. And this is a very well-known dragon in ancient sagas, ancient myths and legends. But I can find that this legend is not really a legend. It's something that I can confirm that it's true. I have encountered the emoji, one of them, and since then I sometimes even encounter them more. And it's sometimes revealing and relieving that you are sometimes asking for help, and just share your stories. And that is also what I came to find out once I met the emoji. There are dragons who are really, really good at something. Really good. They have a gift within a gift, and this gift is how can I describe it? More like some kind of a saint. How humans see it, some kind of a saint that is very, very good. That you have to, for the Catholics way, that you can pray for this saint because he's good in this, or that saint because he's good in that. But in the path of the dragon, it's just real and the same thing. In the emoji, is very good at listening and trying to comfort you. It's a dragon also of compassion, and that can feel compassion within her companions or their companions. It's not her; it was a her, but they can be all gender energies, of course. The emoji is a dragon that can just heal your pain, can heal your inner pain. And that is because it's like a brother or a sister that you can call. Emoji is a brother or a sister in a dragon form completely. And they can come to us because we are very, very down and lower to us. And that is what you can do. Yeah, that is why you can ask help for them, that you just need a little bit of help, that your guardian tries to help you, but it's that you are so deep down that you still need help from others. And that is why it's so revealing and refreshing that you can receive help from others. It's something that we sometimes need in our in our moment of darkness, in our moment of confusion. And the emoji was attracted to this, and the emoji is like a saint for this. And there are a lot of saints on the dragon's path, a lot of dragon gods and travelers and shapeshifters who are dragon in their energy, who are a dragon spirit that you can help. And sometimes you should not retrieve yourself once you are very down, and sometimes you want to ask the dragon for help, that you that you just want this help, not of course to win the lottery or for selfish purposes, but sometimes just your screams for help. Sometimes just let the dragon come. It may not even be a dragon from your dragon circle, your dragon eye. It may be a completely different dragon that is attracted to your help calls. And in my case, there was a dragon. He was called Emoji, and it was indeed very helpful. It was just very helpful. And later, the day later, of course, it's like very excited. I was once again meeting another dragon, but this dragon really did something with my soul, with my spirit, even awaken it more, that I was very sure that I should never ever turn my back on myself, which is not turning my back on the dragon, on this path. If I feel something like that, and that is what I learned from that day, if I feel something for it, don't care about others, just go for it 100%, just go for it. And that is what I learned from the emoji. If it makes you happy, then go for it. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.